Let's just talk about Rocket Raccoon's happy ending, because I think a lot of people miss the point. Rocket wasn't saved. He escaped. He survived. That's not the same as being healed. Think about it. His entire childhood was stolen by the High Evolutionary. He was tortured, experimented on, and forced to watch his friends die. That kind of trauma doesn't just disappear because you join a team of superheroes. Every sarcastic comment, every push for a bigger weapon, it's all a defense mechanism. It's just the sound of someone who has been screaming on the inside for years and has only just now found a moment of quiet. He didn't get a fairy tale ending. He just survived long enough to finally stop screaming. And finding a family in the Guardians is a start, but the scars are still there. But what if I told you that everything you think you know about his origin is wrong? We see him as this super intelligent creature, a genius engineer who can build a weapon out of scraps. We assume his creators wanted to make him smart. But the devastating truth is far darker. Rocket wasn't created to be intelligent. He was created to endure. Think about it. The High Evolutionary wasn't trying to build a better mind. He was a perfectionist, obsessed with creating the perfect society. And to do that, he needed to understand how to build resilient, flawless beings. So he took innocent animals and subjected them to unimaginable pain, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. For him, Rocket wasn't a breakthrough in intelligence. He was a breakthrough in pain tolerance. The intelligence was just a side effect, an unexpected mutation that emerged from the agony. Every modification, every metal plate screwed into his body was an experiment. The pain wasn't a byproduct of the process. It was the entire point. Each scream, each moment of suffering was data. The High Evolutionary was recording how much a living being could take before it broke. Rocket's brilliant mind was born from a furnace of torment. He didn't just survive his creation. He became a genius because of the sheer will he needed to withstand it. So when we see Rocket's sarcasm and his prickly exterior, it's not just a personality quirk, it's a shield. It's the armor he built to protect the broken, terrified creature that the High Evolutionary tried to create. He pushes people away because he's terrified of being seen as just an experiment, just a collection of data points. The tragedy of Rocket is that the very thing that makes him so special, his mind, is a constant reminder of the suffering he was designed to endure. He wasn't made to live a happy life. He was made to be a test subject, and he spent every day since fighting to prove he is so much more. There's a really deep kind of sad reason behind all his jokes and insults. For Rocket, humor is a survival mechanism. It's a shield he built around himself after years of unspeakable trauma. Think about it. We learn in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that Rocket was created in a lab, experimented on, and tortured. He watched his friends, his only family, get brutally taken away from him. In that environment, silence was dangerous. Silence meant you weren't in control. Silence meant something terrible was about to happen. There's a powerful line that really sums it all up. Rocket learned early that if he stayed quiet, someone would hurt him. So what did he do? He became the loudest one in the room. He developed this sarcastic, biting wit as a way to take control of every situation. If he's the one making the noise, if he's the one controlling the conversation with a joke or a jab, then he's not the victim anymore. He's not the helpless creature in a cage. His loudness is a declaration that he's alive, that he survived. It's his way of pushing people away before they can get close enough to hurt him again, just like his friends were taken from him. He uses insults to keep emotional distance. It's easier to pretend you do ain't care than to risk the pain of losing someone you love again. So the next time you see Rocket making a snarky comment, remember what's underneath. It's not just a funny raccoon with a big gun. It's a survivor, using humor as armor. He's a testament to the fact that sometimes the biggest laughs are used to hide the deepest pain. It makes his journey to finally accepting a new family with the Guardians that much more meaningful. He's learning that it's okay to be quiet sometimes, and that love doesn't always have to end in loss. We think we see him healing, especially in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but I'm here to tell you that's a lie. A well-intentioned lie, but a lie nonetheless. Rocket never heals, not in the way we usually think of it. His trauma, the horrific experiments, the loss of his friends Lila, Teefs, and Floor, that doesn't just vanish. It's not a wound that closes up and leaves a faint scar. It's a part of him, forever. What we see isn't healing. It's adaptation. It's learning to live with the ghosts. Think about it. The pain of his past is what fueled his anger, his sarcasm, his inability to let anyone get close. He built walls so high no one could touch the broken creature he believed he was. He spent years pushing everyone away because he was terrified of experiencing that kind of loss again. That's not something that just gets fixed. So what changed in Volume 3? It wasn't that the trauma disappeared. It's that he finally stopped running from it. When he's on that operating table, floating between life and death, he sees his friends again. Lila tells him, the story is yours to write. That's the turning point. He's not erasing his past. He's finally accepting it as part of his story. He's accepting that the sky is beautiful, and it's his to fly in not as an escape, but as a destination. When he wakes up, he's different. The anger is still there, simmering under the surface, but it's no longer in control. He can finally accept a hug from Peter. He can cry openly with the other test subjects he rescues. He can even accept the title of captain. This isn't the absence of pain. This is the integration of pain. He's learned to carry it without letting it weigh him down. Marvel might call this character arc growth, and it is. But a more accurate term from psychology would be coping. It's developing mechanisms to manage and live with trauma. Trauma doesn't just vanish. It mutates. It changes shape. It becomes a part of the complex, beautiful, and sometimes messy tapestry of who you are. Rocket's journey teaches us something profound. Healing isn't about becoming the person you were before the trauma. That person is gone. It's about becoming someone new. Someone who has been shaped by their experiences, but is not defined solely by their pain. He finds a new family, a new purpose. He saves other monsters like him because he understands their pain. He turns his greatest source of suffering into his greatest source of empathy. He accepts his name, Rocket Raccoon, not because he's moved on, but because he's finally owning all of it. The good, the bad, the horrific. He is Rocket. He is a guardian. He is a survivor. He is a captain. All these things are true at once. So the next time you watch his story, don't look for healing. Look for adaptation. Look for resilience. Look for the messy, complicated, and ultimately more realistic process of learning to live with your scars. Because in the end, that's a much more powerful story than any simple lie about being all better. We see him as the snarky, genius rodent, the heart of the Guardians. But what if the reason he's so desperate to save everyone else is because he couldn't save himself? Think about it. Rocket's entire life began in pain. He was tortured, experimented on, and pieced together like a broken toy. He watched his only friends, Lila, Teefs, and Floor, die right in front of him. He was the only one who survived. That kind of trauma doesn't just go away. It becomes a part of you, a wound that never fully closes. So, when Rocket sees his new family, the Guardians, in danger, what do you think goes through his mind? He's not just protecting them. He's reliving his worst nightmare. Every time Groot is in trouble, every time Peter Quill is about to do something stupid, Rocket sees his past failures. He sees Lela. He sees the life he couldn't save. His frantic need to keep everyone safe isn't just about being a hero. It's a desperate attempt to rewrite his own story. He believes he doesn't deserve peace, that he doesn't deserve a quiet life. Why? Because the friends who deserved it more than anyone never got it. In his mind, he failed them. So now, he'll spend the rest of his life making sure he never fails anyone again. He pushes people away with his sarcasm and his attitude because he's terrified of getting close, terrified of having more people to lose. He calls himself a monster because on some level, he blames himself for surviving when his friends didn't. He's the mechanic, the pilot, the tactician. He's whatever the team needs him to be. Because being useful distracts him from the pain. It gives him a purpose beyond his own suffering. The saddest part is that Rocket is probably the most loving and loyal member of the Guardians. He'd tear the universe apart for them, and he has. But he'll never be able to fully accept their love in return because he doesn't believe he's worthy of it. He's forever the scared, broken creature from the cage, trying to prove he's more than just a science experiment. Rocket Raccoon isn't broken. He just never stopped bleeding.